Hello, it is Janet. I want to welcome you to another Technique Tuesday. Today we're going to talk about a faux staining technique that makes it easy to paint things and make them look like they've been stained without having to go through the staining process, which takes a lot of drying time. You're going to use an acrylic paint. You can actually use any color you want. It doesn't even have to be brown. You can stain with any color. You can have a blue stain on something. But today I'm using burnt umber, and I am using the family word block as my sample to show you how to do this. So I have a few pieces to do. And basically you're going to take a baby wipe or a wet one, and you're going to just dab your finger in the edge of your paint. Don't get too much on it, and then kind of dab it a little bit and then rub it in. And you just want to rub until you get the stain level that you want. And the more you rub, unless you add more paint, the thinner it'll get. You can rub with the edge that gets you, that thins it out by using the edge of the wipe, or you can use the part that has paint on it to thicken it up, to darken it up a little bit. And you just rub it on. And that's really all there is to it. And as you can see, it's giving me a nice stained look on these letters. Now I know these are small and it's easy to get that kind of a look, I guess, on a smaller area, but you can actually do this. I do it on my pallet signs. I've done it on trucks. I do it on a lot of different things. I regularly do it as a frame to go on pieces around the edges using just pieces of wood that are cut to be glued on top, and I use the faux stain on them to make them look like they're a frame. It's so easy, and it just makes a huge difference. And because you're using an acrylic paint as your base here, and it's a watered down acrylic paint in the end, it dries really quickly. So you don't have to sit and wait for 24 to 48 hours for your stain pieces to dry so that you can go on and do the rest of your piece. And like, here's a piece that's going to be a frame on another piece. We'll show you how well it does on. Just take and put a little bit on and rub it in. And it's really kind of the same technique you would use if you were rubbing stain in with a cheesecloth, but you're using a wet one and a little bit of acrylic paints. Get this one kind of done for you, and I'll hold it up so you can see that it really does look like a stained piece of wood. And I'm now kind of just going through and adding a little bit of streaking to it to give it that true wood finish look. And here you can see that really does look like a stained piece of wood. It's getting a little bit of glint because it's still damp, but it really does look like a stained piece of wood. And it dries as quick as an acrylic paint dries, so you can go on. These are actually, these are completely dry to the touch. They're ready to be glued onto something. So it's easy to do. That's it for today. Hope to see you next week.